Welcome to Pat and the Pot Creole Cooking Show. I'm Chef Pat Darbon from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Today I'm going to be cooking some good old smothered pork chops and rice and gravy. I got all my ingredients right here. I got some good old center cut pork chops from Lake Charles Poultry. And I got my Trinity all cut. And our Trinity is onions, bell pepper, and celery. It's a Cajun tradition in Louisiana. So I got my celery. That's about a stick and a half of celery right here I got cut up. I got one whole yellow onion cut up and a half a bell pepper, large bell pepper cut up. Now that is for 6 pork chops. Now if you cook more, then you just add more vegetables, Trinity. And I'm going to be cutting up some green onions later and my garlic. I'll be cutting that up a little bit later. So now what we're going to get started doing is I'm going to go ahead and season my meat right now so we can get it in the pot. Oh, I left one ingredient out. I got this little glass of wine right here. You know I gotta have my little drinky drink to get started. In fact, let me go ahead and sample it. Ooh, woo! Now we're rolling. Drinky drink. All right, let's get started. I have all my seasonings right here. And I'm going to use a good old Cajun seasoning Creole mix from Lake Charles Poultry, and it consists of salt, red pepper, garlic, and chili powder. All right, and then I got some black pepper right here. I got a little bit of smoked paprika. I have regular paprika, and I have some garlic powder. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started seasoning these good old pork chops. Now, I'm going to tell you, the key to making a pretty brown gravy is the seasoning. So pay attention because this is where your gravy comes in dark. All right, we're going to start off, I'm going to go ahead and season it with this Lake Charles Poultry. On each pork chop, like that. Cover it up real good. Make sure you cover it good. All right, got that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little black pepper to each pork chop. Black pepper. I got some garlic right here. Yes, good old garlic. I love garlic. You can never get enough of garlic. I guess that's about a tablespoon or so of garlic. Just sprinkle it how you want, however much you want. Season to your taste. I like a lot of garlic. So, all right. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little smoked paprika. Just enough for flavor. You don't want to put too much. You just want to kind of give it that little touch of that smoke flavor. Kind of pinch it on there like so, just to give it a taste. There we go. There we go. Now we got that smoke flavor all in there. Now I'm going to come back. This is the key now. I'm going to come back with the regular paprika. Now, I'm going to cover it with paprika because that's where you make your gravy. So you can never put too much paprika because paprika really don't have a flavor, so you can't mess this up. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting all this paprika on there. I'm going to cover my meat full of paprika. There we go. Just cover each pork chop as much as you can. There we go. Keep on adding that. All right, let me add a little bit more. I want to cover all them pork chops, nice and pretty. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. It's the same thing. Flip them over. There we go. Boy, that's some pretty center cuts. If you want some good old pork chops, center cuts, go see Mr. Danny at Lake Charles Poultry. He's got a new location on Highway 14 next to Big Lots. And longer hours, they're open till 6 o'clock every day and 3 o'clock on Saturdays. So I'm going to go ahead and season it again with the seasoning blends from Lake Charles Poultry. Cover your pork chops real good. There we go. All right, now we're ready for, let me have some black pepper. I'll sprinkle a little black pepper on each pork chop, like so. Got that done. Got my garlic powder. Here we go with the garlic powder. Yes, I love me some garlic powder. All right. Well, if you want to use garlic salt, it's up to you, but I prefer garlic powder. You don't want to, because the other seasonings have salt in it already, so I don't really care to use the garlic salt because I don't want to oversalt my food. There we go. Now I'm going to come back with some smoked paprika again. Just a little dab on each pork chop. Just enough to give it a little smoked taste. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get this regular paprika. Right now we're going to go ahead and cover it up, each pork chop, with your paprika. There we go. A little bit more on there. Yeah, boy, that's looking pretty. It's already smelling good too. Yes. All right, we got that all seasoned up. So let me go ahead and get me a little drinky drink right quick so we can get to rolling. Okay, that was good. So right now we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break and I'll be right back.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin, let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs do you think we'll need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Since 1991, Dr. Robert Arango has provided the best foot and ankle care for his patients in Southwest Louisiana. Lake Area Foot Care Center is dedicated to your comfort and prompt attention. Many minor foot and ankle procedures can be successfully treated in office, such as ingrown toenails, skin biopsies, hammer toes, bone spurs, and wart removal. At Lake Area Foot Care Center, Dr. Arango's goal is to help you maintain healthy feet and ankles.
Ooh, I've been getting my drink on, but of course I've still been working. Had my little drinky drink, but I'm still working. I've been cooking my rice. I got my rice put on while I was at commercial break. I peeled my garlic, got it almost all chopped up right here. Just a little bit more chopping to go. And okay, so you know I got all my vegetables cut. So if you don't want to cut all your vegetables when you come home from work, you worked all day long, you're tired, and you want to cook, and you want to save some time, just go to Lake Charles Poultry. He's got the seasoning blend all cut up. He's got the red bell pepper, the green bell pepper, celery, and onions. All your trinity right here, ready to go. All you got to do is throw it in the pot. Saves a lot of time. Lake Charles Poultry, seasoning blend right here. Go see Mr. Danny. All right, next, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chop my green onions. Chop a little, let me get this garlic and put it off to the side right quick. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna tell y'all a little joke about Boudreaux. So you know Boudreaux and Marie, they love the Saints. They bought season tickets to the Saints game for every Sunday. So one Sunday, Boudreaux, he goes to the game. Sits down, get ready. Boy, he's drinking his beer, ready for the Saints to start. The guy on the side of him, he notices Boudreaux is by himself. So he taps Boudreaux on the shoulder and he says, "Boudreaux, where's Marie?" Boudreaux turns to him, he says, "Marie passed away." The guy says, "Oh, Boudreaux, I'm sorry." So he says, "Well, Boudreaux, you have an extra ticket, you got an extra seat. Why didn't you bring one of your friends?" Boudreaux says, "Me, I tried, but they all at the funeral." Poor Boudreaux. He's so in love with the Saints, he forgot all about going to Marie's funeral. Boy, I tell you what, Marie, she gonna be pulling them toes tonight. He went on to the Saints game instead of go to the funeral. I feel sorry for you, Boudreaux, because Marie coming after you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on these green onions. I got one whole bunch of green onions to use later, so we're going to go ahead and start chopping that. There we go. So, pork chops is my favorite meal. Favorite meal of all. That's one of the first meals I really learned how to cook in a good gravy. So I used to cook it all the time. And my sister Maritza, she was a year younger than me. She's in heaven right now. She would call me all the time. We'd talk. So one day she called me, and I was cooking some pork chops. So I answered the phone, and she says, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm cooking." She said, "What you cooking?" Then she said, wait. Don't answer that. I bet you cooking some pork chops and sweet peas. I bust out laughing. I said, "Yep." She said, "Dang, girl, don't you ever get tired of eating pork chops?" I said, "Nope." She laughed and she said, "I'm coming to eat some with you." So she came on, we sat at the table, and we ate us a good old plate of pork chops, rice and gravy, and sweet peas. My sister loved my cooking, boy. She would always call me to see what I was cooking. She always wanted to come and eat with me. We was best friends. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this green onion right now. There we go. We're going to cut it all the way to the end. All right. We got that. Now, you can take the ends of it and you can put it in some potting soil, and you can grow your own green onions at home. So you might not want to throw it away. So you put it off to the side where you can plant them later. Okay, so I got the green onions all cut. Got all my Trinity cut. Now I'm going to go ahead and take me a little sippy sip right quick for my little drinky drink. Saucy bon. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get these pork chops rolling.
Lake Charles Poultry has a second location, offering more convenience and longer hours, but still the freshest meats at the best prices. Service like an old-fashioned meat market. Lake Charles Poultry, Highway 90 East and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center in Lake Charles.
Holiday Inn and Suites is located in the heart of Lake Charles. We provide a wide array of services from our full-service restaurant and bar to our beautiful meeting space. Our fully furnished rooms are spacious and accommodating. The hotel offers an indoor pool and state-of-the-art fitness equipment. Kim's Restaurant serves American and local Cajun favorites and is open daily for your breakfast and dinner needs. Our fully stocked lounge is open 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily. From family reunion banquets to meetings with colleagues, we have your meetings and catering needs covered.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin, let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs you think we need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Welcome back to PatNDaPots. All right, while we was at commercial break, I was heating up my good old olive oil in my cast iron black Dutch oven pot. Actually, it is cayenne infused olive oil. Now, you can buy this at a local gourmet store, anywhere at any local or any gourmet store. Actually, you can order it online if you can't find it here. So, I got my oil all heating. So we're gonna go ahead and start the process of getting these pork chops good and brown. Okay, so the key now is you're gonna take a little bit of sugar and you're gonna put in the bottom of your pot. And this is gonna help caramelize your pork chops. You don't wanna put too much, just enough to get it caramelized. Okay, that won't sweeten the pork chops, so don't worry about that. All right, or you can, if you don't want to put it in the pot, you can actually just sprinkle a little dab on the meat itself. I have done that before, so either or, whichever way you want to do it. So we're going to go ahead and get these pork chops sizzling. Oh, yeah, look at that. You hear that sizzle? That's what we want. We got that pot right where we want it, good temperature, nice and hot. And the key is to these cast iron pots, you want to go ahead and get your pot nice and hot, but not too hot, because when you put your oil in it, you don't want it to start popping and burning. So you get it just warm, hot, well, in between warm and hot, I guess. And then you'll add your oil and let your oil start getting hot, your olive oil. And then you'll add your little bit of sugar at the bottom of the pot. And then you can go ahead and start putting your meat in there, just like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and raise the fire up just a tad. Well, let's see. Oh, here we go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and start putting them all in there. I'm going to try to get them all in there if I can. Let's see. No, I won't be able to. Okay, so we're going to have to do it like this. We're going to have to fry 5 of them right now. Okay, so we got them brown. What we want is to get them brown, real good and brown, where it starts sticking to the bottom of your pot. So that's going to take probably about 5-6 minutes or so, and then we're going to flip them over. But right now, we're going to go ahead and let them start browning. Now, you're going to see in a minute that sugar is going to start caramelizing, and it's going to start sticking to the meat, and it's going to start browning. Remember, I told you the key to making your brown gravy was your seasoning. That's the key. And your paprika. Remember, the paprika is what makes your gravy dark. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and get me a little drink right now. Got to get me a little sip. Oh my goodness, look who just came in. I got some guests, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I got my little nephews. Where y'all come from? Oh, y'all came surprise Nanny. Oh, where y'all been? Nanny cooking. I know what. Y'all smell my cooking, huh? You smell my cooking? Oh, Nanny's so glad to see y'all. This is Caden. This is my godchild right here. It's the love of my life. And this is little brother Reese. That's the love of my life, too. I love them equally. They both got, see this heart right here? It's going one go on this side and one go on this side. That's my boys right here. All right. Y'all go ahead and have a seat and watch Nanny cook. All right. I'm so glad to see y'all. All right. Now I'm excited. Let's get to rolling. All right. So, all right now. I don't like to put my Trinity in right off the bat. I like to get my meat good and brown on both sides where it starts making its own gravy. Because if you put your Trinity in the beginning, a lot of people do that. They'll saute their Trinity and then they put their meat. But I like to put it in sections as I'm cooking. I'll add a little bit of Trinity in a little while, and then throughout the process of it cooking, I just keep adding, because I like to just have it translucent. I don't like it to be dissolved, because if you cook it too long, you dissolve all your onions. And that's where you're going to get your thickness of your gravy, if you don't dissolve it. So right now, it is frying pretty good. Let me see if it's ready to be flipped. Let me just check it out. Can you get inside that pot? Ooh, look. All right. I guess we can go ahead and flip that right there. Yes, now it's getting to where I want it. Go ahead and flip it. Yes. Nice and pretty. It's smelling good. Yes. All right. Boy, I'm sure glad to see my little boys. They sure did surprise me over here. All right. So later on, when it starts frying, and start sticking to the bottom, and I'm gonna start throwing in some Trinity. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of cooking wine. So we're gonna go ahead and let it fry, and we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll see you back in a few.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin, let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs you think we'll need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Lake Charles Poultry has a second location, offering more convenience and longer hours, but still the freshest meats at the best prices. Service like an old-fashioned meat market. Lake Charles Poultry, Highway 90 East and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center in Lake Charles.
KLOC TV and Media provides video services, including transfers, CD and DVD replication or duplication, CD and DVD printing and packaging, custom editing, and DVD authoring. Call 474-3300 with your video needs. KLOC TV and Media, your one-stop marketing solution.
Bonjour, and we're back with PatNDaPots. And while we was at commercial break, I done threw in some of my Trinity, got it good and brown. And right now, we're gonna add the rest of the Trinity. We're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the celery, rest of my garlic, the rest of the onions. I'm getting that gravy, making that gratin at the bottom of that pot. Anybody know about that gratin? Gratin stands for crust at the bottom of the pot. That's what it is, crust at the bottom of the pot. So I got all this going. Let me add a little bit of green onions. There we go. Now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce, about maybe a teaspoon, tablespoon, something like that. All right, like that. And I got some sherry, cooking wine. Shit. No, just kidding. I was gonna drink it, but I got my, never mind. Gonna put some little sherry in there. Woo-wee, look at that. That's where your flavor is right here. Sherry wine. All right, now we got some white cooking wine. White cooking wine, here we go. We're gonna add that in there. Look at that gratin already coming loose from the bottom of that pot. Now I'm about to show y'all. We're gonna get that spoon. Well, actually, I'm gonna get my flat spoon. This here, flat spoon, that's for the gratin. You're gonna go ahead and start scraping that bottom of that pot. Get that gratin up, look at it. Get a good shot of that. Get in that pot, Stephen. There we go. Look at that. Now what I'm gonna do, I need a little bit of water. I need to add me a little bit of water in there. That gratin's getting good. Oh yeah, look at it. Good and brown. That's what you, now look, see that gratin sticking to the bottom of that pot? That's what's gonna make your gravy. Then we're gonna start adding a little bit of water. I can go ahead. Let me get this water right here. We'll add a little bit. Pour it in there like that, a little bit. Just enough to get that gratin up. Then you're gonna scrape the bottom. There we go, look at it. Look at that pretty gravy. That's authentic Louisiana style gravy right here. No additive. That just comes from your seasoning right there. Look at that, that's pretty. Woo-wee. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. All right. Now I can tell you a secret here. If you like me, I like a lot of gravy to cover my meat. While you're adding your water, you can only make so much gravy from your crust at the bottom of the pot. So you want to cover your meat where it can simmer and get tender. What I like to do is I like to take a little browning sauce, pour it in there, And I like to take some of the powdered gravy mix and add to it. And that way it covers my meat. But you know what? I may not have to do that because it's looking like it's getting good and thick. All right, so look, while this is gonna go ahead and simmer, we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break and we'll be back with the finishing results.
Lake Charles Poultry has a second location, offering more convenience and longer hours, but still the freshest meats at the best prices. Service like an old-fashioned meat market. Lake Charles Poultry, Highway 90 East and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center in Lake Charles.
Holiday Inn and Suites is located in the heart of Lake Charles. We provided a wide array of services from our full-service restaurant and bar to our beautiful meeting space. Our fully furnished rooms are spacious and accommodating. The hotel offers an indoor pool and state-of-the-art fitness equipment. Kim's Restaurant serves American and local Cajun favorites and is open daily for your breakfast and dinner needs. Our fully stocked lounge is open 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily. From family reunion banquets to meetings with colleagues, we have your meetings and catering needs covered.
Welcome back to Pat in the Pot. While we were on commercial break, I've been simmering my pork chops. It's been simmering about 30 minutes now, and it's good and ready. So I went on and I tasted the gravy to make sure, and it is on point. So let me go ahead on and start putting that gravy on this plate so we can throw down on it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at that pretty gravy. Look how pretty. Now that's what you call an authentic Louisiana style gravy. Authentic, from scratch, from the gratin at the bottom of the pot. All right, so let's go ahead and start putting that on that rice right there. Like that. Oh, yeah. We'll get another little scoop and get some of that garlic on there. There we go. Let me go ahead and grab this pork chop. Throw it like that. Oh, look at that. Ooh, yeah, Michelle. All right, now here comes the good part. We gonna taste it. Let y'all know just how good it is. But before we do that, I gotta get me one more swig. Ooh, woo. All right, here we go with the taste test. Let me go ahead and get everything going. Go ahead and cut into this good old Louisiana style pork chop, cooked by Pat in the Pot. Here we go, let's go. Ooh, look at that, nice and pretty. Let me cut me a little piece right here so we can get it mixed in with that rice. There we go, look at that. Ooh-wee. Mm. Woo! You talk about good. Ooh, I feel sorry for y'all right now. Man, this is what you call a good Louisiana style smothered pork chops, rice and gravy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for Pat in the Pot this week. We'll see you back next week with more Pat in the Pot. Thank you for tuning in, and I take my hat off to y'all.